Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So, as you saw in my last video, I did unlock Tal. I did a few Actian runs and had mentioned that I had been using Tal against Freebooters. Now, based on the information I had, because I got Tal late, the way you can kind of tell if Tal is going to be good against a certain hostile is you look at the damage per round per amount of hit points the hostile has. Now with Actians, at least the 49s, have about 2 billion hit points per 3 million damage per round? It's a huge gap. The Freebooters, let's scan a 54 here. You can see about 3 million per round. Then you look at the hit points, very low shields. And what's that? 640 million. So, that's a tighter shot group when it comes to damage per round compared to hit points. But we'll try it out and we'll see. I do have my note card down here. I think I have put this in a video. Can't remember which one. And made a new note card. And we're going to write down the amounts. So, scan again to get my numbers. I'm at about 30 million hull. So, and I guess before I do the attack, let's go over who I have on the ship. You can see Tal, Giorgio on the side. Who's going to be your burner is going to be up to you. I think the more shots your ship does in the first round can mean that you could use Nero. As you saw, yes, last video, when several rounds in the middle of the battle where Giorgio didn't pop for 3 rounds? On a ship like, say, the Pylum that has 3 weapons, 7 total shots. Don't know which one Nero activates on, but it doesn't really matter that much. You have 3 chances at 50%. So yes, the percentage is a little lower, but the amount of chances are higher. So I'm going with 5 as captain. Tal's captain ability is damage against battleships. Not super useful. And Giorgio's is only for PvP. Can take away officer attack and may result in less damage. So, what are options for captains? Well, 5 is one, because you got mitigation and then extra loot. You do want to go with a mitigation officer just so you can survive longer. The doctor is an option, though he doesn't have a captain ability, so you're essentially fighting the Freebooters with 3 abilities instead of 4. You can go with rare Strange New Worlder, but then you're limited to what ship you can hit. And below deck, I did double check with my other videos when I was doing the testing. I had Tendi and Hugh below deck, so Tendi and Hugh below deck. Oh, he went all the way over there. Alright, let's just double check. 30 million. Let's see how much hull I lose. About 1.7. Okay. Is there another 53 battleship in here? Well, of course not. Why would there be? Help me out when I'm trying to test your damn officers. Turds. Let's go 1.7 there. Yeah, we might as well hit this 54. See, 28.3. Let's hit you. I am planning on doing a few of each type of these hostiles. We shall see if the game cooperates with me. What was that at? 28.3. So, what is that? 2.2? So far, it's roughly the same. Might be a little worse than Gorkon, New Beverly, and the Doctor. But only by like 100,000 hull points. Alright, let's scan. 26.1. 24 points. Oh my god, why do you gotta make it so hard for me with all this math? What is that? Approximately 1.6? Sound about right to y'all? Yeah, sounds about right. 1.6. Alright, so what are we at? 24 and a half. Let's hit this 54. Let's hit another 53. About 24 and a half. So that's about 2.2. What are we at? 22.3. I think this will be the last 53 battleship I hit. There's another 54. Oh shit, what was I at? God damn it. I want to say it was like 22.3 or something, right? Yeah, 22.3. So what is that? 1.5? About 1.5. With an average of about 1.6. So that's nice. Alright, now let's see if I can remember the stupid number this time. Call it 20.8. Alright, let's move it over here. 20.8. That would be about 2.3. With an average of 2.25 million off my hull, which it is. I mean, based on the numbers I got before, it's a little more, like a little bit. And some of that is just me not doing a lot of testing. So, very minimal. All right, now, one of the advantages, and I didn't do this with the Doctor, but you can see me running around here having to find battleships. Not always easy. So, if you're an interceptor, I would not go after the explorers. Very high piercing. But if you go after an interceptor, or if I go after an interceptor, because I am in an interceptor, I'm not at a disadvantage. Because its piercing is what? Armor piercing. Well, I don't have armor to be countered. So, to speed up your grind, you have two type of ships to hit. go with 18.5 and let's see how much I lose against the 15.3. What is that? What the hell did I say? 18.5? I lost what? 1.6? It's not, right? That is... Sure, yeah, 1.6. Not terrible. It's roughly the same. Sit in the battleship. So, okay, let's go 16.9. Let's hit this 54 interceptor. What was I at? 16.9. 2.3. And yes, that is approximately the same. 14.6. And yeah, I'm rounding here, so some of the differences are a little bit in the rounding side by me. Oh, hell, what was I at? Oh, I forgot already. 14.6. And it went down to... So 1.5? About 1.5. This was a 53. That's not a whole lot of difference. That's really not. So it would appear that using Tal against freebooters, you're not necessarily doing better, but you would be able to do it faster because you don't always have to look for a certain ship. Like one certain ship. You got a few options. Let's go with 13.1. Hit this 54. So about 2.1. This is actually better than what I was getting on the battleships. Interesting. Did I have those numbers right? Kind of odd that it would be better. 13.1. Yeah, I mean, that's 2.1. That's... Yeah, well, I mean, some of this is me rounding. Didn't I just kill this one? Okay. Well, they have each other right on top of each other, I guess, huh? Okay. So 11 million. Let's hit another one. Okay, 2.2. It's about right. I had thought about testing another crew, Tal, Doctor, and Giorgio, but sure I really need to. Let's check this battle log out and see. Because the last time I did some testing with the Doctor against these freebooters, it was all over the place. It's not quite max mitigation, but I'm very close. What is that, about 65%? I mean, I'll take 65%. Can't give me something? There we go. Yeah, that's approximately 65%. It's not terrible. Let's see. All right. Yeah, cutting that crew testing a little short. It would appear that... Let me look at this stuff. Compare notes here. Yeah, see, the doctor, I think, is definitely getting you more mitigation. Because you're getting hit a lot with the freebooters, so you're not, like, losing that ability like you saw when I had him against the Armadas, where sometimes you just didn't get hit. Against hostiles, you're always going to get hit, because that ship you're using is always a target. So maybe where the doctor is useful to you is if when you're using, let's say, a 5, you can't stack enough health to get to max mitigation. Or very close, because I was at 65%-ish there. It's not too far off of 71.2%. Really not. Yes, I would be taking less damage, but it's it's not that much of a difference. So if you're struggling to get up to 50%-ish, then maybe the doctor can be useful to you because he will stack. Let's see how fast this goes. I am kind of curious now as how Tal, Doctor, and Giorgio would work. Hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yeah, I don't care. Alright, who am I looking for? Doctor. And swap you like that. Oh, I hit too many times. Alright, here we go. Timer's just ticking away. Yeah, well, does appear to be a little better than like a month or so ago when I was doing my original test against Freebooters. I did Pike, Uhura, Gorkon, Uhura, New Beverly, Gorkon, Uhura, New Beverly, Dishes. So actually for me, using Gorkon, the Doctor, New Beverly is definitely better than your rare New Worlder with your Hull Breacher and New Beverly. And Tal is actually doing about the same as Gorkon, New Beverly, and the Doctor. So, what that could also tell you is, now yes, one of these isn't going to have Hue, so, but you could dual wield. That would also allow you to hit the different ship types, right? Especially for me anyway, with 2 4-star rares. I have an Explorer and an Interceptor, so I could go in there and hit, instead of hitting 5 to 15 or however many with one ship, you could potentially go in there and hit 10 to 20, maybe 25 or 30. Yes, you're using 2 ships, but that would ensure that you can do your dailies, assuming you did your sweeps in the Xborg faction. Alright, what am I at? 30 million. Let's hit this battleship. The 54 guy. Let's move on over here. What's that, about 1.5? Pretty nice. Wait, really? Is my math right? Wow, that was considerably less. Huh. Let's call that 28 and a half. Yeah, well, I mean, I would call that another 1.5. Interesting. Saving myself about what? 700,000 per hull. Let's call that 27 million. Let's come on down here. What is that, about 1.3? Well, that's. Yeah, I'm not hitting too many here, but that is. And I guess depending on who you are, it's significant or not, right? I'm saving myself about 700,000 haul on a 54s, saving myself about 300,000 on the 53s. And that, I mean, that is because the doctor is. Oh shit, I don't remember what the hell the number was. Too busy trying to talk to you guys at the same time I'm doing this. I'm forgetting all this shit. All right, so 25.7 down to 1.3, which is what I had before. All right, 24.4. All right, let's get all the way out here. 24.4. $1.2. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, with Tal as captain, I don't think a lot of that is Tal's captain ability. It's only 20% damage. That's not a lot. What is saving me whole here is the doctor and his officer ability stacking, getting you to max mitigation or closer to max mitigation, and therefore you're not taking as much damage. So I'm going to say 23.2. All right, let's hit a few of these. No, not what I wanted to do. I want to write down my numbers first. And I forgot already because God. Wait, 23.2. Going down to, so that's 1.7. Okay, it was a little more that time. But only 200,000 more. So instead of saving myself 700,000, I only saved myself 500,000, which 500,000 on your hull is 500,000 on your hull. It is whatever it means to you. All right, so 21 and a half. So let's hit this interceptor and see how that goes. All right, so what is that? 1.7. That's. Would have expected it to be more because it's going to go maybe one, maybe 2 rounds more, maybe. Because you don't have that piercing advantage. So let's say 19.8. Well, let me check the numbers there because it was. because that is 19.85. And what did this end up as? Okay. So we'll call that 500,000. So 1.5. Wait, 1.8? Shit. I just looked at it. I already forgot the numbers. Yes. Okay. So 1.8. Which isn't bad at all. Well, that is, I mean, more testing on the doctor and how the doctor can work for you. Because he's definitely getting you more mitigation. Yeah, I mean, because I'm looking at Gorkon New Beverly Doctor compared to Tal Dr. Giorgio, and I'm just taking less damage. Now it's only like 200,000 to 300,000 on the 53s and 500,000 to 700,000 on the 54s. It's not a huge jump for me anyway, with 30 million on my hull. For you, maybe your ship's a little lower. Maybe you want to save another, I don't know, 100,000 or so, or however. Could potentially work for you. This definitely does show that Tal is useful against freebooters. But potentially, now that you're freeing up other people, I guess you're not freeing up people. You essentially have two crews you could use on freebooters. So, you could be dual wielding against freebooters. Something I like to do, especially now that supposedly some of these Nova blueprints will drop from the freebooters. The drop rate is terrible. As long as freebooters have been up, I've been hitting these 50s, and I think I've gotten one Nova blueprint. So I don't know what that was. Okay, time to end the video now. Tal is definitely an option for freebooters. Hopefully you got him already because you were able to place in the Syndicate advancement. But don't worry. After this 3 weeks of whatever next Voyager arc, there will be another Flash Pass, and you will get Tal 4 free. Hope this has helped you out. Comment below. How have your freebooter grind been going? Do you use Tal for that as well? Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.